I haven't experienced anything like this before.
Takes a lot of agile practices we find in industry and applying them in a very short period of time.
One objective that I had was to help the community to see how brilliant our students are.
A Make-A-Thon is an event bringing in a group of learners that consists of students, educators, and community members into teams and learning something new, usually about technology, that none of them have experienced before, and then having them apply it and build a project from it.
So that the adults could have the lived experience of students being the leaders of their learning and see their infinite potential come alive.
They just said that we had to create a game, and it took us quite a while to figure out what we were going to do.
The thing that surprised me most was how easy it was to really make your controller out of anything.
In this process, it can get a little bit frustrating. You have to allow yourself to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
I want them to be curious. I want them to be bold.
Communicating with one another, being patient, being willing, and being curious as well.
How technology can interact with the real world is really cool. And the fact that I can learn more about that is just amazing. I think what delighted me was I could meet new people and work with them.
What we saw today was the communication skills being developed and how students' confidence increases when they're talking about something that they're excited about.
I think that brings out a lot of creativity and ownership in learning.
There's just lots of skills, seeing them develop and mature, and it was beautiful.
It reminded me of what learning should be.
So you can talk to your friends. Or just annoy them with that.
The purpose of a Make-A-Thon, in a lot of ways, is causing people to question the education system.
Sometimes our ideas of what needs to be in curriculums is actually limiting their learning experience. And what we need to do is open it out so that they've got that potential.
The Make-A-Thon is an opportunity for them to experience it firsthand.
It shows them that they can learn in a very different way.
It's for the community and the parents and the families to feel what it feels like for learning to come alive.
Learning in a traditional classroom is much more about memorizing to me. So when I do something hands-on, it feels like I'm actually learning something.
You're actually learning things that could be useful when you grow up.
Well, I've always thought learning in school should be a more group effort, trial and error process.
In traditional learning, it kind of pulls from the teacher, and then you hope that the kids are sponges. But this one, it's more like the kids are the teachers and the sponges, so they can learn how they want to learn.
The skills that I like to see students develop in a Make-A-Thon have very little to do with the technical things that we do.
They're learning how to collaborate with each other. They're learning how to critically think through a problem and feel that sense of belonging as we work together.
I'm a relatively shy person, so it's definitely inspired me to share my ideas more.
I hope students take away confidence in themselves. They can go into something that they've never done before and just do it.
Asking questions, working with each other is all part of everyday life, not just something you do in a classroom.
Kids leading the charge, the speed at which they develop new ideas and concepts, it's just outstanding.
They want them to know that whatever they absorb, they can use that in real life.
This was a really fulfilling Make-A-Thon.
This is a really magical, amazing way to make learning relevant.
It's them being able to get creative, utilize their own ideas.
It was really fun, and apparently I'm working with the mail, so that's cool.
The world needs all of us to be showing up.
You should do it. Keep doing it.
The world needs all of us to be listening to each other.
I think it was outstanding. I can't wait for the next one.
The world needs us to take action.
I would recommend it to anybody who is thinking of changing learning.